There's got to be.
Heads up! It's time to catch another edition of the Sports Ball Moment with Eddie Winters and Barry the Stallion Streib.
There it is, Barry. Barry, are you there?
Oh, I'm right there, baby. I'm waiting to take you to the promised land.
There it
is.
is.
Close, baby.
There it is. Barry, it is. You know what? We've had a in baseball right off the bat. No pun intended, or pun intended, baby. But right off the bat, we've had a hard week, and a lot of people are talking about it on the social media. Can you? What is your thoughts, baby, on the Orioles right now?
Well, Manny Machado went down, who was the guy who was on the upswing when everybody was leveling off a little bit, and that's going to hurt, even though we still got the big lead and stuff like that. But we're going to have to watch everything going down to the wire, because Chris Davis was never a good first baseman the year before, but he ended up turning into a real good first baseman. For him playing third remains to be seen, but he's playing pretty good, and he'll keep his bat in the lineup. But it remains to be seen, but we got the big lead, so pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered, so we'll just chip and putt. But I've never seen anybody from the Chicago Cubs. How can they only have 52 wins when they pitched three guys with under a 3-point ERA against them? I mean, they got three guys are pitching with ERA of 2.65. How can they lose 90-some games? I don't understand it.
Exactly. Do you think it was just luck? Just beginner's luck this week?
No, I actually think that they were on the downswing. They had a road trip, and I think they got comfortable and dealing with Manny Machado. But let me ask you, I'll tell you something about Manny Machado. Manny Machado hasn't learned his lesson, and what I mean by that is you never wear number 13 on your back, because something's going to happen.
Exactly.
You heard of Friday the 13th. You got to get rid of 13. It should be the second time he should learn that situation. Either turn the 3 upside down or the 1 horizontal, because you can't wear 13. Has anybody ever won a Super Bowl wearing number 13? I don't think so.
No way. No way. I agree. You know that this keep the curse away. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Stallion,
I'm very superstitious.
I don't blame you, baby. Let's switching gears. We had an email from the #1 fan, Mike Fink. He wants to know, switching gears into the Ravens football. He wants to know, does this year the change of surface, how is that going to be? Is that going to be a positive, a negative aspect for the Ravens when they hit the road?
Well, it's going to be a very positive thing because of the double tight end situation. The philosophy is always you run on the carpet, you pass on the grass. They have a fast surface. It's almost like it's a field turf, but it's almost like an artificial surface. So the two tight end offense is really going to help them run the ball. You run on the carpet, that brings them close to the line of scrimmage, and then you're wide open downfield with a plethora of wide receivers and tight ends. So I look for that to be a plus. And my cornerback situation, the rest of all these people with Ladarius Webb and all these guys are going down, but the rest of them right now will be healthy at the end. The running back for the Ravens, Bernard Pierce, they took him out of the game. He was a little injured, but he's healthy, so they'll sit him down with Flacco, and they'll be ready to rock and roll.
I love it. You got your crystal ball ready. You see it into the future, and I love it.
Crystal ball, over, and I'll give you another example of how the change of surface means everything. The change of surface. Look at RG3, an AstroTurf speed quarterback going to a heavy grass surface, and Cousins is out playing him because he's a pocket passer. You run on the carpet, you use mobility on the carpet, but you pass on the grass. And he has protection in the pocket. And Joe Theis is right. I think Cousins is better than RG3. And St. Louis, if they were smart, they'd give up a couple first-round draft picks so Washington won't gag it when they do the draft, and switch him over to that AstroTurf with a defense in St. Louis and let Cousins take over. That would be my suggestion, but they're not that smart. They're not as smart as that.
That's great. Speaking of change of service, we got a viewer, a listener's email. Sandy from Ocean City was a big fan from way back when. Wanted to know, when did you first come to Ocean City?
I came in Ocean City in the 70s, right around 1971, and I got sand in my shoes and I couldn't get out.
Is that right? And you still got sand on your shoes these days, still down in St. Pete Beach.
Yeah, I got sand on my sandals. That's exactly what I'm looking at. We just had the beach replenishment. I got a huge beach now. It's absolutely gorgeous.
I love it. And Steve from Baltimore writes, Barry, who's the biggest celebrity you've ever partied with?
Myself.
There it is. There it is.
Who's bigger than this galaxy than the Stallion? Nobody.
There can only be.
My biggest celebrity I party with that comes here 5 times a week is Mike Curtis from the Baltimore Colts. Comes into my restaurant
is that
5
right?
times a week.
Is that right? Yeah. That's got to be exciting.
And he doesn't even watch football anymore.
Oh.
He just says, if he needs any information, he comes right to me.
Comes to the source, baby. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, Barry. Well, Barry, you know what?
What's up with your San Francisco 49ers?
Oh, jeez. I was trying to skirt that issue right.
Listen, you're killing me. I mean, I'm watching Arizona, and Arizona looks good defensively, and I think Kaepernick is an overrated passer, so he better get on his legs. He better start moving the ball around, and I don't like their offensive line holding out, and their two top players that aren't even going to be around. They're the all-stars of the team, best 2 players on the team. So I'd be a little leery about watching the 49ers. Seattle looks awful good, especially playing on that artificial surface that's what they do up there.
Exactly. It's what's with this West Coast right now. That's what everybody's asking. Oh my gosh!
Well, all you do when we won the Super Bowl, we were the wild card. So let a couple of the other teams take a shot at them real quick.
I love it. Yeah, exactly. You get some practice in. Barry, will you do us a favor? You know what? A lot of people have been asking, are we going to stick to the program? And I've been telling them, yes, we are. But you know what, Barry? I'm looking forward to this. I think we got a great season coming up, as I say every week. And you know what? As always, thank you so much for joining us and giving your knowledge.
Next week, I'm gonna give you my little website where you get all my picks for free, and I'll update it probably that Sunday morning. Just log on, you get it for nothing, baby.
Oh, I like that, Barry. I like for nothing. My favorite price. Well, thank you so much. As always, sir, always a pleasure.
All right, man. Thank you very much.
You got it, baby. Barry the Stallion Streib.